Hello everyone and welcome back to some more League Racing on F123. We are back with more World Online Racing WOR on F123 and this is round 5 for the Canadian Grand Prix. Now guys, if you haven't seen round 4, spoilers ahead. Baku, classic Baku race, need I say more, check it out, link in the top right. But yeah, we're going to jump into this one. I'm looking forward to it. I really enjoy Canada and it's a track with a lot of challenge. Of course, that final chicane, the barriers, track limits, there's a lot going on and there's a bit of rain involved as well. But either way, hopefully you enjoy it. Like the video, subscribe for more. We're going into this one, guys, with 2 points finishes in our last 2 races. So we're hitting a bit of form. P7 in Imola, P8 in Baku. Can we go one better today and hopefully finish in the top 6? Let's find out.
Rain in the race.
We've scored points in the last 2 races, so I'd love to make it 3. I broke about 3 to 5 business days too early into that hairpin. And you join me in qualifying. As you see, we have rain for the race. Currently looking to finish our first banker lap. And I want to see exactly what we can try and achieve and what sort of pace we're looking at here this weekend. Over the chicane, avoiding the wall of champions. Not bad for the chicane. And we're going to see what the lap is. A 1 minute 9.225. Well, I might have been in the 8s rather than the 9s, but you know. So, banker lap out of the way. P10 for now. Make that P11 as Joel Marquardt goes P1. And we're going to go for our second attempt. Currently looking to try and find a bit of on-track space, which is going to be the key thing here. We're going to let a couple more cars go, get our brake butter settled, and we're going to go for it. Schluter there finishing a lap, so hopefully he'll move out the way straight away once he sees me approach. But here we go. Lap underway, DRS open as we go towards turn 1. Bring the car to the right, brake at the little bit of tarmac on the right. Cut the first apex, second one in third. Try to open the line on the exit and get the power down as soon as possible. So far we're matching the 3-4 chicane. You want to really throw the car in and just cut both apexes. Give it everything as Schluter moves aside. But it's not a great first sector, 19-1. I've done, you know, quite a bit better than that.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Heading out of the 5-6 chicane down to 7 and 8. Again, you have to try and cut both apexes here. Probably could have cut the first one a bit more, but we'll take it. We do have a slight gain of time and we're 2 tenths up heading into the hairpin, which is where we broke a bit early last time. So we're going to try and push that a bit more and try to rotate the car. Exit lets us down though. Got 0 rotation there, but not terrible. I need this chicane to be good. Quite good. Here we go. Pressure on. It's not been an outstanding lap. This gets us into the 108s. Yeah, very good. We nail the chicane as we cross the line. Very good.
Tom, if you can find a 10th, you're second.
Easily right flying.
Easier said than done. But yeah, I hear you. Now, we're going to try and go for 4 runs. So we're back out on track. This is going to be a precaution. So we're either going to commit to this or we're going to box and go for another attempt. Hence the 4 runs because this track's very short. Turn 1, okay. Turn 2. Right, back to the pits we go.
So you got Julian 6-4, Joel 7-1, you 7-2, and then you got 7-4, 7-4, 7-5, 7-5, 7-7, 8-0 is Tom.
Oh no, Leroy.
Oh shit.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, you got time. You got time. Just getting out.
Is there a restart? Fucking right.
Yeah.
Alright, I think I'm third in the train. Let's go.
Might be in trouble here for this last lap. In traffic.
No,
I'm going to be
you
the back.
have time, but
Temperature.
No, but I'm just worried about, like, I think there's going to be so much traffic on the back straight. I don't know
yeah,
if I'll,
there
like,
will be.
I'm just going to, like, I'm worried for, like, if I'm going to actually get a lap started. Oh, I'm right pretty much at the back. Yeah, I'm at the back on the last car. Oi, oi, oi. Nah, I ain't going to make it. Too many cars yet to go.
They'll all rush each other.
Now, unfortunately, I just don't think we're going to get a lap here. Too much traffic.
Let's go, Tom.
I ain't going to make it. I ain't going to make it. No point.
Let's go.
No, but I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near. You're behind. You're delayed. I'm nowhere near. Impossible. Too many cars. Which was a real shame, but I knew the risk a bit of bad timing there with my teammate leaving the garage. We had to go through the whole waiting phase of, getting the car turned around. And yeah, we finished in P9. Luckily, we didn't actually lose any positions in that last run of laps because a lot of cars started, backed up in the pack. Either way, Joris Krootsen on pole, and if you take the top two out of it, I mean, we could have quite easily got third if I'd just done a bit better in the first sector. Really, really close. Either way though, really good qualifying, best qualifying of the season so far, and in the top 10, which is not something that happens every day for me, so very happy with that performance, and we're now going to try and carry that into the race and hopefully have a strong performance. So yeah guys, job done for qualifying, and now we're going to get into the main event, and of course there is rain forecast, so let's see how that affects things heading into where the points are really scored. So I'll do 36.7 because there's a bit of rain at the end and you might save the multiple pit stops, but I don't want to take a chance. I just don't think there's enough rain. Is this perfect or approximate?
Approximate.
So I could arrive earlier.
Tiny bit, yeah.
I might just put a dab of wing on. Literally a dab.
Yeah, I'm gonna go medium start anyway.
Yeah, I'm starting mediums and go. I've gone +1 Nero on both. Lights on. Time for the race. Here we go. P9 grid start. Medium tires. Let's see how this goes. Lights out and away we go. Decent start as we get the jump on Bogdan Moldovan heading towards turn 1. We have to brake early though to avoid contact, which allows cars to go through with a slight contact with Louis Valentin in the Haas, and we get a warning for it, but we're going to try to keep fighting this. We're completely boxed in here, so Richard Sprogis goes through, contact the chicane, we manage to get past Louis Valentin, and now we're going to try to re-overtake Sprogis, but the Aston Martin flashing away.
No force feedback.
As Connor there in the other Aston Martin having a bit of trouble with his wheel. We're going to try and challenge it down the inside.
We have 17.
Yeah, no force feedback at the tab out.
We managed to get the move done beautifully on the brakes, and we're now up to 7th once again, so gaining places. And now Sammy Chemzi off balance, struggling here. They had to cut the chicane up the inside to the hairpin. He's going to get the rotation and the exit, and he does get the better line and the better exit. We're going to try and get aggressive here to try and get through, because if we can clear Sammy and Bogdan on hards, we're looking at a top 5 in this early stage, but Sammy's burning battery, so I'm just going to hang back. We've already burnt over half of our allocation in less than a lap. Track limits is going to be the real challenge in this one.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful.
Come on, Sammy, you're on mediums. We need to go. So my teammate Leroy Brown into the pits. Damage, I guess, is the cause. And onto lap 3, Sammy Chemzi has passed Bogdan Moldovan, and now we're going to look to try and follow through and get the Williams low. By now, the hards are starting to work, and just come up to temperatures. Leroy pits again, so another possible issue for him. I don't intend to burn too much battery, just want to get a clear run, or Bogdan makes a slight error. Almost had him there, but I made a mistake of my own. Now, at the moment, we're pretty comfortable. I had a little half chance down to the hairpin, but nothing major, just lost the back end, didn't quite get the run. Now though, through the chicane, visibility is really bad when you're following through all the chicanes. On to Leroy.
Damage.
But you pit twice.
Yeah. Did a repair it.
Oh. So Leroy with the double whammy there when the game does not fix your wing, so you have to box twice. It's really frustrating. Either way, lap 5, still P7, first pen. Very, very important. I can't stress it enough how important it is to not get a pen this race. And that literally could decide the whole race. So Sammy Chemzi already with a 3-second track limit penalty. Pressuring Bogdan here, but we have a slight moment on the exit of the chicane, which actually invites Nando Moreira to get the run. On the soft tyres still, and seemingly still running at a good pace. He goes to the outside. We leave room, and we're going to go side by side on the exit. Wheel to wheel, paint to paint. Side pod to side pod as we... Nando usually runs higher wing. Burn the batteries down the straight, and it's a dead heat, but we're going to try to box him in, but he just edges ahead with the slipstream from Bogdan, but he takes a poor line for the chicane, but we lose all momentum on the exit as I had to get out of it. I'm going to try and challenge again though, and get the battery on again. Down towards turn 1, we're going to outbrake him. We're going to run it deep, leave some room again as we now try to go around the outside of 2. On the exit, we just get put on the curb. Bit of space would be nice. And a little bit on the grass, which affects my traction. and Nando goes through, so we're down to 8th as he hits the barrier. So possible damage there, but for now he's through and has made the move into 7th place. So we've dropped to 8th, and we'll continue on our way. As now Yone Dovzan out of nowhere, the surprise attack, the sneak attack, and he goes down the inside. We have a bit of a wheel-to-wheel contact. I lose the back end there as I'm out of shape. Sorry, Yone. I apologise, as it was my fault. I just lost the back end a bit there. I was put onto the curb / the grass, so that's part of the reason why we get a bit of a bump. Kind of pinballed each other there. From Richard Sprogis, who gave me a bit of bump draft down the back stretch, but now down to the hairpin, we're going to hold on to 8th and settle, although we are out of battery, which can be an issue here. Need to be more aggressive. I'm trying to save battery, that's the issue. Because I burned so much in the first few laps that I've never really got it back. I've got no battery to fight this. Sprogis seems to have plenty of charge, so I literally have nothing, so we're on fumes, so I'm not going to fight. Oh fuck.
Okay, there's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are so far no plans for a safety car. Okay, we've got a full call.
Safety car.
Hard tyres, right? Let's go to the right.
I think on medium.
Okay.
Medium.
There's nothing on the radio about rain yet. As said nothing.
Mediums will make it.
That is hilarious,
No rain
man.
expected.
No rain expected.
And the safety car means the rain is probably going to get here now.
Fucking hell, brake check and a half. Almost lost my wing.
You might gain a position, Tom.
Might lose one.
Might jump the McLaren.
I've been let go. Happy days. Somehow we're back in the race after all that. Oh, come on, Leroy. We're back in this. Oh, Bogdan's gone P4.
That's an unfortunately timed disconnect.
Watch out for the checkup.
Oh, it's changed.
Julian's doing a proper fucking...
I didn't
delay.
want my tires off at all.
When the clapping company.
Got a burn.
I've got
Got to get
coldest
Bogdan.
tires I've ever seen.
Back on the way then, and you can see Bogdan has disconnected. So that's going to be a free position to move us into the top 5.
The Williams is good still.
And we're now behind Sprogis again. And we're going to try and chase down that front 3. Free cheese. Alright, let's lock in. Got to keep up here with DRS. Absolutely paramount.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
So Claffenbox fucking packed his bags and gone then.
Yeah,
they're all
1.5.
both super low on battery.
Really?
Julian and
Yep.
Joris.
Joris is flashing these seconds. He's looking
And
dropped
Julian
like
was
a-
on
All the pace
15.
was quite strong. I was like, am I driving like a fucking idiot, or is the pace quite strong? I had to use a lot of battery.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
Riyadh's must be dropped by the top 2.
So I think we've got the most battery out of the top 5. I've been able to not use mine.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain in 10 minutes. Dry's definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Don't want to get too ahead of myself, but if I can drive quick in the wet, which I just don't know if I am or not, if I can or not, this could be a huge race for us. Now at the minute, things are really bubbling away nice. We are pretty much at half race distance when we cross the start-finish line. That rain is arriving. It's going to arrive. So eye on the sky, medium so far for race strat, and then we're looking at probably a short soft stint coming up soon if we have to box again, because that rain could arrive at any point. But right now, Julian Klaffenbach has checked out in P1, and then it's Joris Krozen, the championship leader, and then JST in second, the defending champion, and then Richard Sprogis and myself in the top 5. Leo Lund also behind us now, who's also fighting for the championship as we head through the chicane. Oh shit, I got a double there. And I think I cut both apexes, so 2 warnings at once. I guess we'll never know. Hopefully it was just the one.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
Lund's really going for it now, I've got to be careful.
What happened there, Lee?
Okay, safety car deployed.
Yeah,
Safety
doesn't
car's
just
been
put him in the wall.
deployed. Watch your delta.
Oh, he's about
Make sure you
further.
keep it positive as we catch the pack.
Right, hear me out. Hear me
Oh,
out.
that's outrageous, man.
I'm thinking going into this.
No.
What?
No,
No.
Rain in 5?
not.
You fucking
Blood,
idiots.
nobody
No.
is listening, man.
What have I just heard?
How far is the
I'm
rain?
thinking,
It's
I'm
5.
tempted to go
Yeah, go full
soft.
wet, Tom.
Yet, but
Go
it
full
is
wet, Tom.
coming,
You're
so
right.
be
Yeah, go
careful.
for it.
Okay, dry seem like the
Hey,
best
man.
tyre for now.
Let me cook.
Radar suggests
If I see everyone
the
behind
weather's
me
gonna
just
hit
going
in
soft,
around
I'll be
5 minutes
raging.
time.
Yeah,
So stay on your toes.
Leroy,
Dry
go
definitely
soft.
seem like the fastest
What shall I do,
tyre
soft as
for
well? Everyone's soft, right?
I would go soft as well. For everybody.
Depends on the rain.
Now, so much has happened, but rain is very close. We're all going to box now, though, for soft compound tyres.
That's I'm gonna pen for that.
Oh, was it you, Mir?
Oh, JST drive-through.
Oh, I didn't get held. Well, to be fair, I can't get held anyway, but... I'm selecting
Did you pass
Inters.
on the right, yeah?
It's getting cloudy.
It looks
Oh,
like
and
the rain
some-
is
You're
inbound
net
and we're
P3,
expecting it in around
I'd say.
5 minutes.
But
5
the
minutes till
Inter
rain.
tyres are going to be
Okay,
dead in
dry
like
seem
2
like
laps.
the best tyre for now.
Two
that's
cars
good.
ahead of you. Like 2 cars stayed out. That's Julian and Joel. JST's third, and he's got a drive-through. Yours third, mediums. Riyadh's softs. Tom's softs. Tommy, can maybe check quickly if you got a
Stay
double
in
warning.
position
Maybe.
until
The
the
fact is
red
that you
light.
need to get past Julian and Joel quick.
Anytime
JST.
now, it
It's
says
going to say warning on that lap, isn't it? 2
Let's
warnings.
just say 2 warnings.
2 warnings.
you have to look through the incident
I
thing.
got a double.
Select the Inters already. Don't forget.
I have them selected. Oh, I can't get another warning. That's fucking tough.
Yeah, but at least you know now. So.
Yeah. Okay, I'd rather not known. Half and box, man. Here we go then. Back underway. Softs for what is going to be a short sprint. JST drive-through penalty, so we gain a place. Jay's gone for the drive-through.
Okay, clear.
Net P3. If we clear these front 2 cars. So Joel Marquardt and Julian Klaffenbach stayed out. So if we can just pass them on our tyres, we are net P3 behind Joris Krotzen and Richard Sprogis. And we're looking at podium shades of my race here in 2021 when I won in Top Split. Just putting in a shift. Something about this track just... We seem to do well here. Ran the outside of Joel on the old mediums and we get the traction down easily to get through. Trying to not drain all the battery if possible as we look to try and stay tight to Sprogis and Krotzen, who has actually gone for mediums, interestingly.
Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
That message usually means rain is inbound at any second, but yeah, Krotzen on fresh medium, so Sprogis and myself actually have the advantage right now outright on tyres, and this is probably the last chance to go for the fast lap of the race, which Black Box is going to secure by the looks of it, as the rain may fall and end that. Oh, Richard, you've got to go for this on softs. And I want to see if Richard goes for a move on Krotzen and then Krotzen on Klaffenbach in P1.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
And on cue, Joris Krotzen down the inside, and then Sprogis tries to follow as he gets the outside line. We're going to try to stay close here and look to pick up another place. We're not going to use the battery just yet. We're going to try and use the tyres, trust the grip and the traction through the chicane, get in the exit. Now we're going to get the battery on, heading towards the hairpin, and we're going to try and put one on the inside without taking out the cars ahead as we get all very close for comfort and contact. But through we go. Can we get the traction down? We should be able to. Can we? Yes, we can, just about, and we're going to win the drag race. And we're going to move into P3 as Sprogis moves into P1. And now we're going to see if that rain's going to make things interesting, as I believe it's just starting to fall now. So this race is going to really start to open up. And you can see a lap later, now the rain is starting to pick up a bit more in intensity. Still P3, Yone Dovzan up to P4 on the softs as well. Leolon P5. Yone's got the low wing. As those cars behind who didn't pit are now falling back. Yone.
The tyre situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now.
Yernade's a rocket ship on the straight as Sprogis is the first one to pull the trigger on Inter's. Krotzen out of shape in the chicane, and we're now P2 looking to see if we can pass him. If we can pass Joris here and this extra lap we're staying out pays dividends, we could be rejoining P1 and intermediates if we play this outright. So this could be absolutely huge. Or has Sprogis pulled the right car by pitting on that last lap? It's very close now grip wise, up no battery. Yone might get me to the pits. Now, I can say it was probably the right time to pit when Richard Sprogis did. The track got very wet, and now Yone got the run. I've got no battery left, and he's very quick on the straight. I don't care. I'll take that. Rather not speed. So Dovzhan through and overtakes me on pit entry, and we're now going to switch on to inters for the final 10 laps of this race. I think we've called this perfect. I think we've got this on the nose. That's what I thought at the time. I think right now we've called this a bit late. There is Sprogis heading towards turn 1.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Rejoining on cold inters, we've got Louis Valentin on a 3-second time penalty. So track limits for him. We're P5 ahead of Nando Moreira, but you can see Sprogis is ahead of us. So the gap hasn't really changed, to be fair. No one really gained or lost there, but we do have a couple of cars between us. Obviously, Dovzhan passed on pit entry. But yeah, we're going to try and get back amongst it there as Lund puts a move on Moreira behind. I don't really want to...
Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled.
I don't really want Lund behind us. We go for the move here. We're going to go around the outside of Louis Valentin. He's going to try to make it work. He leaves space, which is rare, so credit to him for it. And we go wheel to wheel down towards the hairpin. Can we get these inters fired up and get this move done? Round the outside, which is the better line because you can just carry more speed, especially on the exit as we power up, traction up, slight contact, but we go through and we're back into 4th place. And now we have to go hunting to get the top 3 once again, as Louis is going to give us a bit of a nudge. Okay, bump draft, interesting. So we'll take that, and we're going to continue on our way. Luckily, we don't overspeed into the chicane because of the bump draft. Let's push. I mean, I'll take this right now. I just don't want to get a warning. A warning ruins everything. I've got to try and just learn on the fly and keep it clean. And we just cannot forget that. It's harder to get a warning in the wet than in the dry, because in the dry you're pushing flat out. You know, in the wet you're going a bit slower and there's a bit more leeway. But even still, we've been running on these 2 warnings for a while now, and a penalty now would absolutely just ruin our race. So we're going to keep pushing it to try and chase the front through. We've dropped Louis behind quite a lot.
Safety car,
oh,
safety
bugger
car.
off,
No
mate.
Reduce your pace. Keep
Bugger
your
off.
delta number positive as we form up.
Good luck, fellas.
Yeah.
Here we go. Safety car, restart. Yoris P1, Sprogis P2, Dovzhan P3, we are P4, and Klaffenbach has moved into P5 following on from that safety car phase. So let's get amongst it. Schluter with a penalty, so he's not a factor. Restart, back underway then. We're going to wait for the pull away from Joris, and there he goes. We get tagged in the left rear by Klaffenbach, which just affects my traction, which gives him the chance to get the run down to turn 1. We go side by side here with the former race leader who had that huge gap in the dry, so he's been very quick around here. Side by side on exit, and we're going to just edge in front and stay in front for now, as we have 5 laps to go. Still struggling to get the tyres fired up, so we have to try and get that composure back and get back on the pace here as we look to try and hopefully get a podium, possibly even fight for a win as Joris Krozen starts to open a gap. Dovzhan pressuring Sprogis now for P2, and it's game on. You can see Krozen getting a pretty big gap out front on the next lap here as the field starts to spread out. And now Dovzhan looking for a move there as they both get out of shape.
Okay, the safety car is
Bruv.
out. Safety car is out.
Mate,
To form up at
please,
reduced pace. Keep a
please,
close eye on that delta
fucking
time.
hell.
Make sure to keep it positive.
Let's try and get that podium. Although I'll be very happy with P4, but I want to try and get that podium. Now, I don't want these safety cars because if I get a penalty, I'm screwed. Grip's going to be very low now, so we have to be very careful. We've now moved into heavy rain, extreme rain conditions, so the grip is going to be less than before. But I don't want these safety cars because if we get a pen, the field compresses and we're going to drop further back. If the field spreads out, we get a pen, we only lose a couple of places. It's damage limitation. Again, though, Klaffenbach gets a good restart. We lock tyres. Stop trying to lock on. It's annoying because I got a run on the straight, but Klaffenbach locked on. This time we're boxed in and we've got nowhere to go, and Klaffenbach goes through. We try to fend off Schluter. I'm just struggling for rear traction right now, but we do hold on. Trying to find some grip from somewhere. Cut that chicane very fine, but crucially we hold on. So P5 for now. Let's try and compose ourselves. 2 laps to go. Let's try and fight back. Brake price is going up. I'm taking no chances. Grip is very low. Conditions delicate. Battling ahead We're going to have battery here to spare for the last 2 laps. So this is it now. Having a slight correction through the chicane there, so we went a bit too early. And we now head on to the start of the last lap of the race. Klaffenbach putting pressure on Sprogis, and he's going to go for it in what is a wild move. One idiot. He gets it in way deep. I try to go the long way round here, and there's oversteer, there's contact. We get put on the grass almost into the barrier, and I probably should have backed out, to be fair, but even still I could have had a bit more room. And now we're under pressure here from Thomas Lamminen as Schluter also got past. Side by side here with the Alfa Romeo heading into the chicane, and I think Thomas got... Oh, you fucking hit him. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that.
What's
last
going
incident,
on?
mate.
It's all unraveling. Penalty, contact, but we get a lovely cutback here. Shades of Schumacher versus Masa Kobayashi 2011 on JST and Leo Lund, and we get them both. We also get the car stopped. There's more contact into the hairpin. We have to go wide to avoid the Alfa Romeo of Thomas Lamminen. We get a brilliant exit, insane traction, and you're about to see a crazy visual here. 5 cars racing down to the final chicane. Who's going to be the last to break? Look at this on the anchors. Fuck's sake, man. Could have been so much more than that. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And I was absolutely fuming because we finished 8th in the session. Now I can tell you, post-race penalties were applied. Mine was removed because my penalty on the last lap was, you know, a warning due to contact because Moreira shoved Lamminen, then he shoved into me. So I had nothing to do. So my pen got removed, which means if you take 3 seconds off my time, I finish ahead of Jay and Lamminen. That's P6. And I believe Nando got a post-race penalty for causing that contact, which means we actually finish in P5 as our final finishing position. I did report Klaffenbach for the turn 1, also the bits of contact in the restart, but nothing happened there. And yeah, overall, that is going to be it, guys, for the race. So P5, we had P7 Imola, P8 Baku, and now P5. So we're starting to put some results together. We go to Imola next, and I'll be racing on the Moser for that wheel. So we'll see what happens. Either way, guys, hopefully you enjoyed that finish. Like and subscribe. As always, a big shout out to the channel members for supporting all the videos and the content that I make. As always, check the links down below, guys, for my wheel sponsors, affiliate, gloves, all that stuff, guys, that you see in these videos will be linked down below. And yeah, as always, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. And yeah, guys, cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and it's goodbye from me.